Hey guys, Happy New Year. Today in my video today, I'm basically going to be talking about 10 films that I'm looking forward to the most throughout 2026. I do need a little bit more time to make my best of the year for 2025, so that's why that list isn't quite available yet. But for those who've been watching the channel and kind of just been, you know, obviously I've made lists like this before, so I'm going to make a list of 10 films here that I feel are the films I'm looking forward to the most in 2026. We're going to start with 10, work our way up to 1. Number 1, obviously, being my most anticipated film of 2026. I also have two honorable mentions this time around just because there's two films that don't really have release dates yet. They are rumored to have 2026 release dates eventually, so I don't know if that means we're going to get these two films at the end of the year or anything like that. But I do have 10 overall films that I'm going to be talking about today, films that I think have a lot of potential to be really, really good throughout 2026. Some of these hopefully might even make my top 10 best of the year for the following year, hopefully. But like I said, I just need a little bit more time for my best of the year for 2025, so just be patient with me as I watch a couple more films to kind of fully make sure that I know what my 10 favorite films of 2025 are. But let's get started with films that I'm looking forward to throughout 2026. Like I said, two honorable mentions. Brad Bird's Ray Gunn, I'm looking forward to. Netflix is supposedly picking it up throughout 2026 at some point. I don't know if that means we're going to get it in 2026, but I do have it on here. It's a film that I know Brad Bird's been kind of working on for a long time. I think he even turned down Incredibles 3 just to make sure he can kind of make sure that this film gets the green light and gets made once and for all. I do know, I think he is doing it in CGI. I don't think it's going to be hand drawn as originally planned. I think he even got Sam Rockwell to be the voice of Ray Gunn in it. He's like this detective in the future where humans really aren't detectives anymore in this like neo-war future, and so Ray Gunn's kind of the last human detective in this sci-fi future. So it sounds really interesting, and so we're supposedly getting it in 2026. Just thought I'd bring it up as an honorable mention. Another film I'm looking forward to is Peter Farrelly's next film of the Farrelly brothers. He's supposedly making a film called I Play Rocky, where it's about how Sylvester Stallone got that first Rocky film made. The financial trouble he had to go through, how he was briefly homeless before the first Rocky film went into production. Obviously, some of the problems I'm sure that happened on the set of that Rocky movie. I think he was even made in like 39 days or something absolutely crazy like that for a boxing film. It's supposedly coming out in 2026. I think they're even filming it right now. Whether it's going to be available for the holiday season or anything like that, we're going to have to find out. Right now, it's currently not on the 2026 film release calendar, so that's kind of why I put it as an honorable mention. But if we do get it, I'm going to be really excited for it. I can't wait at least for that first trailer anyway for it. Sounds like a really promising film. I really liked what he did with Green Book back when him and his brother split up to kind of do creative differences for different kind of projects. So hopefully we'll get kind of something along the line of Green Book and hopefully something less along that line he did with Zac Efron where it was like him dropping off Beard or Friends or something like that. So hopefully we'll get something more along the line in the Green Book for it. I Play Rocky as an honorable mention here. But now on to the actual list itself. Like I said, we're going to start at number 10, work our way to number 1. Number 1 obviously being my most anticipated film of the year. And by number 10 spot, I have the film Michael. This is going to be directed by Antoine Fuqua. I'm excited for this movie. It's been a film that's definitely been kind of thrown all over the place production-wise. They even had to reshoot a lot of it just because there's some type of closure or clause within Michael Jackson's estate or something where they're not able to mention certain people who have claimed allegations against Michael Jackson. And so they had to reshoot certain parts of the movie. So that's why it's kind of taking as long as it did, because I think we were supposed to get it in 2025 at one point. And then obviously all that allegation stuff happened again. It looks like a really well-made movie. Looks like it's definitely going to honor at least the good parts of Michael Jackson's life. I don't know how, with all that stuff that went down behind the scenes, if they're even going to go into the allegation stuff of his life. But based on that first trailer, which really knocked it out of the park, based on Antoine Fuqua's track record, and just the fact that they got one of Michael Jackson's nephews to actually play him in the movie too, makes it really exciting. It just really looks like it's a well-made production. It looks like it's made with good intentions, at least anyway. So hopefully it'll be a good time. Hopefully it won't ignore too much of the bad stuff because Michael Jackson's a very controversial public figure. But it looks like a great time. It looks like it could be a really well-made movie. It makes it in at my number 10 spot. At number 9, we have Project Hail Mary. This is a film that a lot of people are really looking forward to. I guess the book it's based on is really, really good. It is by the same author as The Martian, another film, another story, I should say, that got turned into a film that was really, really good, really well received, had a lot of Oscar attention. So hopefully, similar to The Martian, Project Hail Mary will be a really well-made movie. It'll make a lot of people happy, hopefully. Based on what I know on the story, it sounds really, really cool, really, really well done. A lot of like realistic science that they put into it too, as far as how this project that Ryan Gosling is trying to pursue, like how realistic that would be and what he would really have to do to make something like this possible if something really, really happened like this to Earth. So it sounds like a really well-made movie. Sounds like he has like this little rock friend in it based on what I'm seeing in trailers. Looks like it could be a really good time. I think the guys who did the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse films is working on it too. It is live action, Joseph, so don't be worried if you're worried it's going to be an animated project. It's not. It's live action. But it looks really cool. Looks really promising. Project Hail Mary makes it at number 9 on my list. At number 8, we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. One thing I am a little concerned with this movie is they are announcing a lot of characters for this project, but that based off of the previous Tom Holland Spider-Man films, they've really knocked it out of the park so far for each and every one of them. Far From Home has its problems, I'll admit, but for the most part, almost every Tom Holland Spider-Man film we've had has been really, really good. You know, specifically Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. Those films really, really impressed me a lot. But it looks like a great time. Looks like they're hopefully going back to a street level Spider-Man this time around. And some of the characters they've announced sound like they would match a Spider-Man story really well. But it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, we're going to do Punisher, and we're going to do Hulk, and we're going to do this person, and we're going to do that person, and we're going to use this person again from Doctor Strange, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. It's just like, okay, that's fine, but hopefully you can fit it all into a really good story that matches a really good street level Spider-Man story. So that's kind of one reason why it's as low as it is on my list. Still really excited for it. Can't wait to see what they do with it. Spider-Man Brand New Day is at number 8 on my list. At number 7 on my list, we have the film reboot of Street Fighter. Really, really like these games. I actually kind of like that Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie, so I think that's another reason why I'm excited for the movie. Based on that first trailer that's been released online from the Game Awards, it looks like they're going a game-accurate route with it. It looks like it does look like something out of the video games that doesn't mind getting ridiculous, doesn't mind getting cartoony. They're even bringing back the Destroy the Car bonus game into the movie and stuff like that. So hopefully it's not just going to be a bunch of nostalgia service. Hopefully they have a good story in mind and can utilize the characters in an interesting way. A lot of the characters look accurate to what they look like in the games too, so that's another reason why I'm looking forward to it. It's as low on my list as it is because it's a film I could easily say going off the rails really quickly. Maybe the script is awful. Maybe the dialogue is awful. Who knows what the acting is going to be like? Because I think they have like Cody Rhodes and some other people that don't normally act in films and stuff like that. Still really interested in seeing it. I like the whole game accurate direction they're trying to go with it. Street Fighter makes it in at number 7 on my list. At number 6 on my list, we have Masters of the Universe. I've heard tons of rumors of even some producers in Hollywood that have seen like an early screening with rough cut visual effects applied to it. And from what I've been hearing about it, it sounds like an amazing film. I know this whole Masters of the Universe thing has been trying to be rebooted for years. I know years ago there was that really bad Dolph Lundgren He-Man movie because it's basically the He-Man property for Masters of the Universe. I'm really excited for it. I've seen a couple of set photos where it could really kind of go one way or the other. Looks like they are going to try to throw a little bit of comedy in there, so hopefully that doesn't get thrown out the window too much. But I like the idea of Jared Leto as Skeletor. It sounds like they are going to go with a more toy-accurate, show-accurate version of what these characters look like. I think it has potential to be a really, really good movie. I really like what Travis Knight has done so far, specifically with Bumblebee. I think that's why I'm as excited as I am for this movie, because Bumblebee was just such a great Transformers movie. So hopefully he can bring that sensibility to Masters of the Universe. I'm really excited for it. It's number 6 on my list. At number 5 on my list, we have a film we were actually supposed to get back in October of 2025, and that's Mortal Kombat 2. This is a sequel to our reboot from 2021, I believe. But I'm really excited for this film. Carl Urban looks like he's playing a perfect Johnny Cage here, kind of an aging man version of Johnny Cage that I think could really work in the film's favor. It looks like they are kind of course correcting based off of some of the mistakes they did from the previous Mortal Kombat film. So I always like when a sequel can kind of move away from what the mistakes were and kind of focus in on the good stuff and make the best potential film possible. I've been hearing rumors too, just like Masters of the Universe, of people who have seen a rough cut of the movie and they're claiming it's really, really good. It's something that the fans are going to be really happy with. I think it looks really, really good based off the trailers we've gotten for it so far. The delay does have me a little worried. I'm almost kind of wondering why they had to delay it as long as they did, because I think it's coming out in summer of 2026, I want to say. But it looks really good. I'm really excited for it. It makes it in at number 5 on my list. Next film we have on the list is Steven Spielberg's next film at number 4, which is Disclosure Day. We have our first trailer for it, a couple of posters for it. I'm excited for it. I am a little worried it is going to be a little bit too much like Close Encounters of the Third Kind meets Signs, two films that we already have. But it looks good. It looks interesting. It looks like it has an interesting concept going for it. Similar to War of the Worlds back when Steven Spielberg made that, I like the idea of the aliens kind of already being here and us kind of finding out how we got here and how the aliens are kind of a part of that and kind of human beings finding out more as to how we got here. I like that idea for a movie, so hopefully Steven Spielberg will have like a fresh take on that, hopefully. Because like I said, it does have a very much of a Close Encounters feel to it as well as a Signs feel to it. Maybe that's just because they're using crop circles again, like what M. Night Shyamalan did for Signs. But it looks good. I hope it's interesting. It definitely is being presented as a mystery box film, so who knows what kind of film we're going to get as a result because of the whole mystery box direction. They even just announced the title like weeks ago, so they're definitely being very secretive about it, but hopefully it's very good. It makes it in at number 4 on my list. At number 3 on my list, we have a film that a lot of people are really looking forward to. And based off 2 recent teasers that have dropped for it recently online, so supposedly a third and fourth potential teaser coming out soon, and that's Avengers Doomsday. What I'm excited for personally is I like the idea of a lot of these heroes now having kids of their own, and the idea of if Doctor Doom succeeds in his plan, not only would he destroy you, he would destroy your legacy, he would destroy your family tree, that you would have no way of continuing your legacy based off of the children you left behind, the family you left behind. So I like how they are going bigger this time around. With Thanos, he was just collecting the stones, killing off anybody that was interfering with collecting those Infinity Stones. This time around, not only is Doctor Doom going to potentially destroy our universe, he could potentially destroy legacies. And that's what's really kind of terrifying about this whole Doctor Doom angle that they're going with it. So Avengers Doomsday makes it at number 3 on my list. Has the potential to be really, really good. I know a lot of people are kind of angry about the whole trailer leak thing because they were leaking trailers for this before the official trailers came out for it. I know people have been kind of angry as far as waiting on extra trailers for it and stuff like that. I think the film's going to do just fine. I think it's going to be a huge hit at the box office. Hopefully it'll be a really good film too. So hopefully Avengers Doomsday will be a good film. It makes it at number 3 on my list. Now we have the 2 heavy hitters of 2026, 2 films that I am absolutely looking forward to 100%, and that's the Super Mario Galaxy movie. As a kid, I have always dreamt of Super Mario Brothers being a really, really good film. Obviously, we had that Bob Hoskins film in the early 90s that didn't work out so well. So ever since then, I've been hoping they were trying to reboot it. Thankfully, they did in 2023 with the Super Mario Brothers movie, the animated version. Knocked it out of the park. Absolutely loved what they did with it. Makes me very, very excited for what they could potentially do with the next film. They're even basing it off of one of my favorite Mario games too, with Super Mario Galaxy. So that just makes me even more excited for it. Nintendo also claims that they might even hint towards other Nintendo properties being turned into films throughout this film too. So that makes me excited for other potential projects that we might get down the road if Super Mario Galaxy plans those out really well. It makes it at number 2 on my list. I'm always going to be excited when a new Super Mario film is on the way of coming out. But at number 1 on my list, we have Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. This film looks awesome. I did not see the prelude at my Avatar 3 screening, but that first trailer, that first teaser that also was kind of exclusively shown in theaters for a while, everything I've seen, everything I've heard about this film sounds amazing. I can't wait for this film. I think it has Oscar potential. Who knows? It might even win Best Picture for the next year after this current one. I think this film has tons of potential. I know the Greek poem that it's based on is really, really popular. It's a very influential story to American culture as far as where we get our stories from and where a lot of writers kind of get their starting points for stories. I'm curious to see how Christopher Nolan's going to take such an ancient story and make it his own. It has a ton of potential. It looks extremely well made. He has a huge cast working for him to get the film made. It even has potential to be his best film, so we'll have to see how that plays out. So I'm excited for it. The Odyssey is absolutely my most anticipated film of 2026. So that's my list, you guys. Let me know down below what some of your most anticipated films are in 2026. These are my 10. Obviously, I had the 2 honorable mentions as well at the beginning of the video. But let me know down below. Maybe those 2 honorable mentions are in your top 10 best of the year list. Also, let me know if there's any other films throughout 2026 that you're looking forward to that I didn't bring up in this video. I'm curious to see what those are. And I can't wait to see you guys in 2026 for even more reviews. Like I said, best of the year list just needs a little bit more time for me to craft it up and make a video for it. But other than that, I think 2025 is out of here. Welcome 2026. Hopefully it'll be a great year of film. And yeah, we'll see you guys in 2026 for more movies.